and welcome to the job site. So this is my client's laundry room, and as you can see, it is a pale greenish color. She's going to stick with the green color spectrum, but her choice of coloring is Garden Fresh by Sherwin-Williams. This color is a very, very bright color, as you'll see when I start painting. In case you're interested, the color code for the bright green paint I will be putting on the walls momentarily from Sherwin-Williams. It is 6008-7C. That's 6008-7C. It was actually easier to keep these appliances in this room and just move them around than it was to take that door off its hinges, which leads into her living room area. As you'll see here, there's a lot of debris underneath of this washing machine, and the wall was not painted behind it by whoever painted it last time. There's a George Washington for you. So now I'm going to get the dryer out of the way. There's an equal amount of debris underneath of the dryer, and I will have to clean this up before I can proceed any further. Here's a better view. You can see the walls unpainted. There's all kinds of lint stuck to the wall, and the floor is in desperate need of a good sweeping. So we're going to sweep this up here, and we'll be painting here momentarily. We do have a little bit more cleanup to do before we can start actually putting paint on the wall. Alright, so I guess if I could actually move this fast, I'd be worth 3 times the amount of money I charge. What I'm doing here is knocking all of the dust and lint and cobwebs off of all the baseboards, the door casings, the ceilings, the corners, everywhere that I'm going to have to put paint and don't want to run into dust. My client asked that I not remove the electronic equipment or take the shelf down because that's what controls her video in the house. It's something to do with her cable system. She asked me to paint around everything. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm painting around the electronic equipment, and I'll paint around the shelf as well. There's a small gap behind the wire shelf I can slide my brush up into, so it's not an issue. I don't know if you've painted before. If you have, then you probably know this already. If you haven't, this is a good tip for you. Make sure you cut in around the ceilings, around the baseboard, around any kind of thermostat or wall-mounted things that you can't take down, door casings, window casings, shelving, whatever. Then roll while it's still wet. Don't let that cut in dry. Roll the wall, move to the next wall, and do the same thing. This is how you're going to get the best coverage and not have paint lines between where you cut in and where you rolled. And you always want to try to roll where you put your paintbrush as well. You're not going to get right up to the door casings. You're not going to get right behind the faucets. But if you get the majority of it, the stipple effect that shows up when you use a roller is going to be all across the wall and as close to the door casings and things as you can possibly get them, and it'll look very even. Alright, so you probably noticed I didn't paint the baseboards white. Client didn't want me to paint them. I guess after painting the walls and seeing how fresh and clean they looked, a week later she called me back and asked me to come do the baseboards. So I did go back, I did paint the baseboards all white. I also took the door that I buy right now, as well as the door leading into the garage. I took them off the hinges, I took them outside, and I sprayed them with my Graco airless sprayer with a couple coats of semi-gloss white. This client did tell me she was going to have some laminate flooring installed, and she was undecisive as to exactly which one she wanted. It was black and white checkered squares. But she also mentioned that a big box store was going to do it because she gets free installation with it. So I took all the quarter round trim up, I numbered the back side of it 1 through 8 around the room, and I sprayed that all with 2 coats of white semi-gloss the same day that I did the doors and the trim. This way, after they put the laminate floor in, they could just tack that back up and everything matches and looks clean. Take note where I'm cutting in along the baseboard here, cutting in along the ceiling and around the door casing, and then I'm rolling it while it's still wet. You see how the nice stipple effect looks even across the whole wall. That's the way you want to paint. Okay, so let's take a little tour now that it's done. There's the service van outside. We're going to come in through the garage here into the laundry room. The walls are still wet, that's why they're so shiny looking. This is not semi-gloss paint. This color is so bright in real life that it almost gives you a headache while you're painting it. It's just so bright in your eyes all the time. But it does dress the room up and make it look nice and clean and fresh. Be safe and have a great day. Wow! You actually need sunglasses inside. The customer is very happy, and this is exactly the result she was looking for. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. There's also a little bell after you subscribe. If you click on that, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you have a great day.